Hi everyone, my name is Sarah Rank and I am the volunteer coordinator for Project Purpose. Today we're going to do a training specifically on how to work with your student if they're in first or second grade. Sometimes it can be really challenging to go into your tutoring session because you're not quite sure what to work on with your student. It's been a while since you yourself have been in school and you may not remember what did I do when I was in first or second grade. Well, today I hope to cover some of that information and have you feel better equipped to work with your student. We have developed an activity chart specific for first and second grade students. The hope of this is that it allows you and your student to have some structure during your tutoring sessions. There are 6 different activities, with each of them lasting 10 minutes. That would be your entire tutoring session. If after that specific activity, the student feels like they did their best, they give themselves a sticker. If you feel like they did their best, then you give them a sticker. If your answers match, then they get a bonus sticker. At the end of the night, if your student has 9 or more stickers, they can get 1 prize from our prize bin. If they have 14 stickers, then they can get 2. If they're able to get all 18 stickers, they can get a 3rd prize. The first activity on the chart is reading a book. Our Project Purpose library has each of our books lettered A through Z. You can assess what letter book your student is on and then reach for those books during your tutoring session. When your student is reading, they are also building their reading comprehension. Here are a few questions or things that you can do to help your student build their comprehension when reading. First, you can talk about the title of the book and make a prediction. You can ask, what do you think this book is about? When you're reading, look at the pictures. Ask questions to help your student make connections to what they're reading. So some examples are, what does that mean? Can you tell me what you just read in your own words? How do you think the character is feeling right now? Have you ever felt that way? Have you ever done what they're doing in the book? I read a book like this before. Both books had a character who, or it took place in. Talk about the book after you read it. Have your student retell the story in their own words. Or you can each take a piece of paper and write 1 or 2 sentences about what happened in the book and then compare. If your student isn't up for writing, then maybe you can draw a picture instead of using sentences. Another activity on your sheet is working on reading skills. While you're reading a book, if your student is just starting to learn how to read, allow him or her to identify those simple words that he knows. You can also work on letters and sounds. You can work on recognizing consonant and vowels. You can work on CVC words, which are words that are a consonant, a vowel, and then a consonant. So examples would be cat, hat, boy. And then you can also work on beginning blend sight words. So those are sight words that the first 2 letters are consonants and they blend together. So examples would be below, slide, grape, star. Next, we're going to go over practicing working on math skills. So there's a lot we can cover in math, but here are a few simple things you can work on with your student. First, you can work on number identification and placing value. So work on naming and writing numbers up to 100, 500, 1,000, and 10,000. You can dictate a number to your student and then have them write it down. Have them underline which number is in the ones, tens, hundreds, thousands place. Next, you can work on practicing counting money. This is a really fun activity, and we have fake money in the office that you can use. You can also use real coins if you choose to bring them in. So practice coin and bill identification. You can give your student random coins and have them add up the amount. You can give them an amount such as 89 cents and then have them give that to you back in coins. You can make a shopping list and put prices on each of the items that they want to buy. Another thing you can work with your student on is telling time. Have them tell the time to the hour, half hour, every 15, 10, and 5-minute interval. Help them to identify activities that are AM activities and PM activities. Work on reading the time off of a digital clock and analog clock. And you can also work on elapsed time, which elapsed time is the amount of time it took from when an activity started to when it ended. Lastly, you can work on adding and subtracting. You can use the little math blocks we have in the office to practice adding and subtracting. You can add to 10, 20, 50, and then 100. Start without borrowing or carrying, and our kids may refer to this as regrouping. Another area that you guys can work on is writing skills. You can grab some paper and have your student practice writing their name, numbers, letters, shapes. Another thing you can do is draw a simple picture for your student and have them copy it, and then give them a turn and you copy their picture. You can color together. That works on those fine motor skills in order to write. You can also make a simple book together by folding paper in half. Add some pictures to it and then write some sentences on the bottom to tell the story. For younger kids, you may have to do the majority of the writing, but you can leave some spaces blank for them to write the words that they know. Lastly, you can make a picture or a silly doodle, have your student tell you what they think it is, and then write that down in a sentence together. Encourage your student to write, and then you can correct spelling later. On the activity chart, there's a section for your choice and for your student's choice. We really encourage you guys to use this time to work on your fine motor skills, or I should say your students' fine motor skills. Fine motor skills are so important, and they help students with writing, cutting, buttoning, unbuttoning. The list can go on and on. You have the opportunity to help your student work on these skills in a really fun way. A couple ideas of how you can work on these skills is you can grab an activity book that has cutting skills, mazes, connect the dots. You can grab some of the Play-Doh and the Play-Doh kits and do that. We have lacing cards, or try to have them tie their shoes. You can do matching games, puzzles, building with Legos and blocks. The list can go on and on, so I encourage you to be creative in this way. Lastly, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for taking time to become better equipped to work with your student. If you have any questions about this training, please feel free to reach out to myself or Marcy, and we would be glad to help.